Hello everyone, and welcome back to Touhoumon, Another World. Last time, we started off the game and got our first two Bonka, which I realize that's probably not how that's pronounced. But yeah, that's what I'm going to call them from now on, probably. So first off, we have our C-Star S and our C Marissa. And they're looking pretty low, so actually, I'm going to go heal right now. Be right back. So just in case you want to know, you can always just go back and talk to Raimu here, and she'll heal you up nice and full. Alright, now that we're back here, we can leave to Yokai Road. And, well, we get our first wild encounter, and it is Mistia, Sea Mistia. However, we'll just run from this one. And thankfully, due to the ability to run away, our running is always guaranteed to succeed. So what I just picked up there was a potion. It heals you, in case you haven't played the Pokemon games, for 20 HP, which is a decent amount early in the game. Like most Pokemon games, you can find items within the Pokeballs. However, in this game, they're called orbs. But they're exactly the same thing. So here we have another character, C Chin. Of course, we'll run from this one as well. It's an all-natural hot spring. Go ahead and go inside. Well, this hot spring actually is special, as it heals you, which is nice if you had been fighting and needed a heal before going on. So once again, we do have an orb. This time has an Oranberry. An Oranberry heals less than a potion, but it is equipable. You can find it in your berry pouch. I'll equip it to my C Marissa for now. Well, that was odd that the music cut out. Yokai Mountain is to the north, but there are trees in the way, so you can't get through. Oh, well, I guess just the music just cut out. Okay, I'm sorry. Thanks to Bonka, I can finally go outside the village. So we found an antidote in this one, and that gets rid of poison. So, if you have a poison, you can always just use an antidote and it'll cure it. Oh. Yeah, the music seems to be really messed up, as it just quit out halfway through the battle. Oh, also one thing I forgot to mention. This tree looks like it can be cut down. Eventually we'll get a way to cut those down, but we don't have one yet. Anyone familiar with Pokemon games should know how that is done. All kinds of items for low prices. Kirasama's Curiosity Shop. So if we go in here, then he'll say that he has a huge sale on footwear, and you can get running shoes for just 300. Thankfully, we start off the game with 3,000, so this is pretty easy buy. Just press B to run fast. Please come again. So, these are pretty invaluable to your adventures, as you'll be traveling a very long way. You'll need to be running a lot. So, last time, Raimu told us to go to the human village in order to meet up with this character. Ah, who would you be, Maribel? My apologies for my rudeness. I'm the ninth descendant of the Hidea bloodline, Hidea Aku. I received word from Raimu that you are suffering from amnesia. I'm not entirely certain what could have caused it, But will you tell me about what you know anyways? So when you woke up at the shrine, you couldn't remember anything. From the time you awake until now, have you felt or seen anything strange? Have you noticed something like that perhaps could jumpstart your memory? Bonka, I see. In truth, there is much about Bonka that is currently unknown. What is known is that about half a year ago, a magician made a mistake during an incantation. As a result, large numbers of Bonka were scattered all over Jin Soko. And that about all that is known. That is about all that's known. Okay. Yeah. If you wish to know more, going to that magician's place and talking to her would be your best bet. Do you wish to find out more? Of course we do. I see. The magician should be somewhere around the lake to the north. She lives in the mansion called the Scarlet Devil Mansion. It'd be good for you to talk to her directly for the time being. I'll write a letter of introduction for you. Oh yes, please take this as well. Oh, I see you already have a Idol Dex. Maybe that's from where you came from. Your Idol Dex is not fully upgraded. So take this upgrade Idol Dex. Maribel had her Idol Dex upgrade into the World Idol Dex by Aku. You probably know this already, but that Idol Dex is a useful tool that automatically records information about Bonka. If you're investigating Bonka, I believe this will be of use. Take these as well. Maribel received 5 Mika orbs. If you happen to meet Bonka on your travels by throwing these orbs at them, we'll be able to capture them. What is that sound even? Please come back every now and then. Let me see your Idol Dex. I also want to know more about Bonka. So, as I mentioned before, those Miko orbs are the replacements for Pokeballs in this game. And you can use them to capture wild Bonka. Of course, her mention of please come back later and talk to me is a complete troll, as she'll never have anything else to say. After restoring my already fully restored Bonka, I'd like to mention that every single house in here is a complete troll with a couple exceptions. The tool shop is the Pokemart, that gives you your Mika orbs, ethers, repels, and escape ropes. You cannot get that orb. Also over here we have the medicine shop. This is the other shop that you can actually go to. Please leave the correct amount of money for what you take. Here we can get our potions, antidotes, burn heals, ice heals, awakening, paralyze heals. Those all heal from random status conditions. And again, that orb over there is inaccessible. Without hacks, but I doubt even with them they would actually give you anything. Here we have the Bunbunmaru newspaper. It's run by a certain character we'll be meeting very shortly. However, that newspaper never actually gets past 2 issues, and neither of them tell you anything, nor have any, relevance to anything. So I will not be going through them unless I am requested to later on, maybe? Or just have extra time. So, Ochi yaya kohi mame arimasu? I'm not the most fluent in Japanese, which is what I assume that is supposed to be. So I don't know exactly what that means. Boy, either human and yokai have fun. I think this is the last house we can actually enter, or I guess building, because it's a bar, not a house. However, there's really nothing here, except for just people getting drunk. None of them actually have any useful insight, so we're just going to talk to this Chibi Sukiya, because I like her, and then we'll leave. So, Flowers, flowers. Do you want some pretty flowers? I would, but the flower shop, sadly, you can't actually go into. Like many things. So, we go over here to our first route. There are lots of people who enjoy battle. How about you? Here, we're going to come across trainers who we could fight. However, our team is looking a little bit weak for this, so I'm going to go train up, and then I'll be right back. Well, it seems the sound has died again, but right now we found a new bonka right here. Let's see, Lily Black. So I'm just going to take this one out for EXP, because I don't plan to catch it for my party just yet. And also, it does have a new move that we haven't seen, I guess I should mention, being Endure, which means if you take a hit that should knock you out, you will survive with 1 HP. Also, we have another instance of Oranberry being used. Oh, here we should be able to see Endure in action. Yep. Stays alive with 1 HP. However, if used consecutively, Endure will fail. So there we go. Wild Lily Black has fainted, and I get level 6. So, off camera, I did get Marissa up to level 6. So, now that we have both of our bonka at level 6, I'd say that we head on up and try and at least attempt the first trainer battle. See you there. So here we are. Let me just grab this item first. Eye Seal. Not very useful. However, let's get our first battle out of the way. Our first proper trainer battle. You look easy to beat. Let's battle. Alright. Seems no difference in the wild Misty as we fought. We'll just keep hitting with it with Pound and see what happens. Actually, not only is it doing more damage with its pecs than I'm doing with my pounds, it did lower my accuracy, so I think I'll switch out. Whenever you switch out, any stats that are lowered are reset back to their base. Same with stats that are raised. Right there also, you just noticed that the opponent got a critical hit. That doubles the damage of the attack, as well as ignoring any defense boost. However, it is random and will only happen a very small percent of the time. Also, that move was not very effective due to the fact that the move is flying type and I'm electric type, and so I resist it, only taking half damage. Of course, with it being both a critical hit and not very effective, the two sort of just canceled out. I'll keep Marissa in for this fight with Chin. This is going to be a bit of a tough one. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Again, I could switch out to get rid of this defense lower. However, I won't, because it's not going to be that bad yet. Here we go. I'm worried about how much damage I'll be taking due to how low my defenses are getting. However, due to the fact that it's a percent lowered, not a flat amount, it's quite possible that lowering 1 by half doesn't actually do anything. That was, in fact, a lot of damage. Honestly, I think I'm just going to let my Marissa faint here. Oh no, critical hit. Good job, Marissa. And I gained 63 experience, getting up to level 7 and learning Thundershock. Thundershock, being an electric type move, is the same type as Marissa, thus it gets the same type attack bonus, also called Stab. And that gives it a 1.5 times boost to its base power, which is pretty handy. Not only that, but it being electric type makes it super effective against flying types, such as Mistia. And of course water types as well. However, we have not seen any of those besides our own C-Star S. Oops, why do I keep calling it that? Star Sapphire, right? Yeah. Star S. Star S being short for Star Sapphire. Sorry. Alright. Let's try another battle. You have Bonka with you? Alright, let's battle. Remember how I said that attacks of the same type will get a bonus? That's actually fairly not fun here, seeing as Sea Lily White is normal type, and so is the tackle that Sea Lily White is using. So, this tackle is in fact boosted. So even though I have stronger stats than Sea Lily White, I'm actually doing about the same amount of damage and taking just as much. This is going to come down to the wire. However, yes, I am able to defeat the Sea Lily White. I don't want my C-Star S to faint here, so let me just switch out to my Marissa. However, things are not looking good. But I do have my Thundershock now, which is a fairly decently strong attack, as you can see with how much damage it did. And it even has a chance to paralyze, which will halve the opponent's speed, and have a chance for them to not move. Oh, no, another crit. However, we're above half, so I believe we should be fine for whatever comes next. Especially with that level up. Oh. Okay, there's the music. Last up, we have Sea Cherno. A new Bonka that we haven't seen before. And this one's Ice type, so we don't have anything super effective against it. However, we can hit it neutrally effective, just as we've done with anything else. And of course, this one has lower defenses, specifically special defense, since that is what Thundershock is doing. It's doing special damage, or attacking with the special attack. And so that attack lower doesn't actually affect us, seeing as we're using our special attack stat, not our attack stat. So with that, we have our second battle done with. Also, as you may have noticed, Marissa seems to be gaining levels faster. This is because different Pokemon, or in this game, Bonka, have different leveling rates. And Marissa's is just as faster than Star Sapphire's, so that means that Marissa will be leveling up much faster, and we'll have to put a lot more effort into leveling up Star Sapphire. Anyways, I'm going to heal, and actually, I want to get my Star Sapphire up to level 7. So, I'll meet you right back here whenever I get that done. So, here we are, back. Level 7 Star Sapphire, and full HP. So, let's move on. We shouldn't move through those trees yet. There's actually something there waiting for us that we don't want to mess with just yet. So, let's talk with this trainer. I just caught a lot of Bonka. Let's fight. Okay. So, he'll be starting off with the Sea-Chin. A very powerful one at that. Yeah, this game doesn't really have a chill with how strong some of your opponents will be, especially early in the games. Yikes. However, I do seem to be doing decently well for myself. But I do feel I should switch out with my defense lowered so much. Of course, that means I'm taking a free hit. So you notice that I used Pursuit instead of Thundershock. That's because Chin here is the ground type, and electric type moves like my Thundershock do nothing against ground. It simply says they're immune, and it does 0 damage. Alright, time to show off how good Thundershock is against things that are weak to it. Like I said, Misty is flying type, and Thundershock is super effective against flying types. And there, boom, did a lot of damage. Since we do have a lot of PP for Thundershock, I'm just going to use it again, even though it is completely overkill. Now we're going to have a new Bonka, Rumia. I'm going to switch out to C-Star, because I want to get rid of that accuracy lower. I don't want to miss my attacks. Also, we do need C-Star, why am I saying C-Star? Star Sapphire, to get some levels. Oh no, there's that paralysis I was talking about. Speed halved, and now I have a chance of being unable to do any action. Looks like I'll be needing to switch out. Back to Marissa. For you guys playing the newer generations, you might think that Marissa being electric type would be immune to paralysis. However, this being Generation 3, it does not follow those same mechanics, and electric types can be paralyzed. So we do have to worry about Marissa getting paralyzed. However, that didn't happen. And with that, we defeated another trainer. So I'm going to heal and be right back. Well, the music just cut out. However, as you may have noticed, we did skip intentionally this guy. Mostly because it's more convenient to. And I wanted to see what that item was up above him. However, it's about time we go and fight him properly. So he uses the Sea Lily Black that we saw earlier. And like earlier, it will spam Endure, which is great for us, seeing as it's not fighting back. Also, I haven't mentioned this yet, I guess, but moves have PP, or power points, and if you use them, every single time you use them, the PP decreases by 1, unless pressure is in effect, it decreases by 2. And once it reaches 0, you are unable to use that move. So, even if Lily Black here was to be able to endure every single hit, eventually Endure would run out of PP, and we'd be able to kill it, as it would not have any PP left to use Endure. Oh my, that's a large amount of experience points. Now, we're at level 8, we learned Bubble, the weakest move in the game. But it is a water type, so I'd say we try it out. Since we are water type, we do get a nice little bonus. And as we saw earlier, Cherno doesn't have the best special defense. Also, Bubble comes with another bonus. It has a very small chance of decreasing your opponent's speed. Oh, and speaking of small chances, that same chance, 1 in 10, can happen with many ice moves of freezing. This makes up the fact that there is no guaranteed freezing move. However, this is trouble, as freeze can last infinitely and only has a random chance of allowing your Bonka to defrost. Thankfully, we are fairly strong and can spend a number of turns sitting here trying to defrost ourselves. However, eventually we must switch out if we cannot unfreeze ourselves, because I would rather like our Star Sapphire to get the EXP. This is rather unfortunate. This is some really terrible luck. So, since freeze is being very unhelpful, and I don't want to use that ice heal that I just have because I am a stickler for hoarding items that I will never use, I think I'm just going to switch out to my C. Marissa. After all, this will allow us to reach level 10, which will be important for something coming up fairly soon. Wow, my Marissa is getting very strong. Alright, so we've cleared out all the trainers on this first little pathway, so I say we head on out after healing. Meet with you in a minute. So, once again, the music cut out. However, remember there was a newspaper that I mentioned was run by Samuel Ryan too soon? Well, here it is. Good morning. This is Bun Bun Maru newspaper. It's kinda sudden, but may I have some of your time? According to what I heard, it seems you lost all memories of everything regarding yourself. Could you explain that more to me on that matter? What? Hey, please say something at least. Are you denying the communication of information? How about you tell me what you know if I beat you in a bunker battle? Huh? You okay with that? Yeah. Well then, let's go. Alright, so Sayamiyamaru Aya, forgive me if I mispronounced that, would like to battle. So yeah, Aya here is our first sort of mini-boss. She's really powerful, to say the least. C. Momoji is absurd for this point in the game, boasting a very high attack stat, as well as being normal type, having the same type attack bonus with many of the different moves in the game, as well as quick attack, a move that will always go first, making its speed literally infinite. However, we can use Growl, and because the AI thankfully do not switch out, this Growl will stick around for quite a while. However, it's still doing 5 damage per attack, which is unsettling, seeing as how powerful, how much damage we're doing in comparison is nothing on the same level. I'm trying to keep Star Sapphire out here, because I don't want too much damage on my Marissa, due to the fact that it will be me Marissa for her second bunker here. If I could get a slow off these bubbles, that would be nice, seeing as even though quick attack always goes first, Scratch does not, and it would be fairly nice to get a attack in before it can use Scratch. Or at least hope that Marissa could get an attack in. Uh-oh, this is bad. AI can also use items. Aya here using a potion. Of course, we have one potion left, but I want to save that for Marissa. Marissa does have an Oranberry equipped as far as I know. I believe that's what should be equipped. So, we should be somewhat safe for this battle, as Thundershock does do a lot of damage. not quite to level 11. However, next up, Aya sends out, well, herself. See Aya. This is a flying type Pokemon. You know what that means? Electric type hits it really hard. This probably won't take KO in one hit, but, well, it just did. That was very nice. And because of that, we reached level 11. Oh, and we get Thief. That's also very nice. It's a dark move, much on the same level as Pursuit, dealing the same damage. However, Pursuit hits the move and does double damage if they switch out. However, the AI does not switch. Thief steals items steals the item of your opponent if you are not holding an item. So, I'd say Thief is much better, seeing as we can always unequip an item. Unequip the item that we have from Marissa, so we don't have an item, and then steal an item from your opponent, which will be very useful at some points of the game. Especially if the opponent is holding something that we don't want them to have, or that we would much rather have ourselves. Anyways, I'll let the matter rest for today. Well then, see you again. Alright, I think I've gone on enough for today. So, I say we end it here. Next time we'll continue on our journey to the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Until then, see ya.